What up, dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome back to another Warframe video. So feeling a bit under the weather today, but I still want to get this video out. We get before and after for slam attack, specifically with a Simulate Nyx. This build, I called it before it came out. I'm like, this build's getting nerfed the hardest out of any build the entire update, and here we are. It is nerfed hard, so we'll be showing the before and after as far as this AoE coverage, the Magistar. It's not all doom and gloom, though. There are some buffs, technically, the slam attacks, if you look close enough. But yeah, we do daily Warframe YouTube videos on this channel. Make sure you're subbed. Also do lots of coverage on the live stream as well. Lots of giveaways, so come on, stop the live stream channel if you're not already. I won't be live tonight, but I'll be live tomorrow with some giveaways and some more build testing stuff. But yeah, first things first. The slam attack changes in the IO Weaver update were some pretty big changes. We had the AoE size of slams get changed depending how high you jump off the ground before you slam, and also the actual damage application of the mods we were using has been changed too, because it was technically glitched out before. So with that being said, how are slam attacks feeling on the current patch? Well, they do feel really normal in some cases, but they actually feel terrible in other situations. And that's mainly when you are doing that really small slam you used to do back in the day. Here, I'm going to show you this. Here comes the before right now. Okay, so this is before. Here's a video that I call, I'm like, this build will be nerfed hard, before and after. So here's the before right now. Basically the exact same room you saw in here, but look at how large the AoE size on these small hop slams are. So I slam there, enemies dying, looks like about 25, 28 meters away. So yes, as you see, I can just do that over and over again, and it's definitely further range than the light attack. But now when I do this, on the current patch, it's like 10% the range, I'm gonna guess. Like, it literally has lower range than a light attack, how it is right now. You see an enemy right there walking away? If enemy is anywhere near running away, you are not going to be hitting with the slam attacks now. That being said, if you jump 11 meters into the air, basically a bullet jump, you can get more range than before. We had like 25 meters before, now we have like 28, 30 meter range, depending on like the angle you hit. So, that being said, let's talk about exactly how bad this build got hit, because I actually would say right now, do not use this build ever again. Assimilate Slam Nyx with Nourish. If you want to use a Simulate Slam Nyx, I recommend you change the helmet. So, here we are on the sim right now. Of course, there is level 10,000 footage right there, so Slam attacks can still kill level 10,000 in one hit, but it's more about the quality of life. So here we are on the sim. I've got the Magistar equipped. Same build from the video that was before and after. So, we summoned some Exo Gokstads, and it is as follows. So we cast a Simulate. Now, with a Simulate, you can only jump so high in the air. This is as high as you can jump. Now, there are ways to jump higher, such as, Void Dashing, Light, and then Slam, and you can get good range on that. But yes, with a Simulate Nyx, you're kind of stuck with what you have right now, so here's how far we can hit. We can hit about a light attack range, and it's basically the same distance as like a light attack or a normal heavy attack. Even arguable, it has less range than a heavy attack. So yeah, this is what you're dealing with now, guys. And that goes for everything in the game, too. If you are doing a slam at this distance, the range of the hit is very, very small. That goes for everything, too. It goes for box breaking, so definitely don't use slams for box breaking anymore. You basically use this build right here as a actual melee build now, so that got nerfed pretty hard. Let's go ahead and show how it is if you don't play a Simulate Nyx, you jump normally, how it is. So just for average normal gameplay, you jump over here, you slam, it's still going to cover pretty much the entire area. If you jump fully in the air, you're going to hit further than before. So yeah, in that regard, it is good, but with specifically a Simulate Nyx, it is pretty much unusable tier. So how can we fix this? How can we make it where Simulate Nyx is actually good again not with Nourish? Well, it's basically not going to involve Nourish. So here's the build I was running in the before and after on Nyx, and here is the build on the Magistar with the perks giving AoE slam increase and also crit stats. So this just want to show you all the stuff. So how are we going to fix? How are we going to make it where we have slam attack big AoE like before? Well, your buddy Kalervo is going to hook it up again, actually, with the Wrathful Advanced Helmet. I talked about this before. Before the patch came out, this could be a replacement to, make it where slams are still good. And it does technically work. The way we're going to do this is we're going to use Kalervo's Helmet, Wrathful Advance, which lets us teleport when we aim in an area, and also gives us a crit chance increase for melees after we teleport. So it's quite useful here. Now, we don't get any Nourish viral stuff, but we have the deal. We can't jump normally, so we have to find a way to jump in the air. So let's try this out now with the same exact setup with a new helmet. And we're going to be in a Simulate and all that stuff, too. So I'm in my fourth ability. Can't jump that high. We jump up with Wrathful Advance. And there you go. It's basically like it didn't even get nerfs. All you gotta do now is just aim in the air and push Wrathful Advance, and you're good to go. You can actually get some good mobility, too, with Wrathful Advance on Nyx. So, Yeah, there you go, guys. Slam attacks are no longer nerfed as long as you use Wrathful Advance. The Simulate Nix is very nerfed if you don't use Wrathful Advance, though, so I'd highly recommend if you do want to use this build going forward, or a similar build to this going forward, that you do switch your helmet to something that is basically based around the nerf. So now that we've gone over that, let's talk about some weapons that actually are feeling really good after the change and didn't actually get nerfed that hard. I've got two weapons I want to tell you guys about right now. It's going to be the Sampotes, which is from Deviri, and the Tenon Exec, which is from Corrupted Hollow Keys. I'm going to show that I like the Tenon Exec a little bit more, so let's show that first. So the reason the Tenon Exec is really good after the change is that this thing releases energy waves, and the energy waves did not get nerfed in the Slam AoE size changes. So you can basically do the really, really small like Slam hops with Assimilate, and you'll get pretty much maximum range still. So you see right there, unnerfed. So there's no Wrathful Advance either on this one. Now, it's not exactly as OP as the Magistar was, but it does technically work, like I said, if you want to have something that has good AoE and you can do your little mini hops on. You can even throw in Wrathful Advance if you are using Wrathful Advance. There's some pretty good stuff. That's like basic with no combo. Yeah, this one is definitely more on the crit focus side, whereas the Sampotes is more of a elemental melee influence thing with status chance. So yeah, Tenon Exec pretty good for AoE coverage, and you can also do the small hops for the Sampotes. Again, it's going to be very different in the way that it has different stats, but it is still AoE coverage with this thing. So, got a melee influence built on here. Basically, proc with melee influence, they're going to all get electric destroyed. Pretty good. And again, no need for Wrathful Advance on this one if you do want to rock this. As far as other weapons, I have not really tried the Archetytron. I've heard that one's kind of okay after the change, but I haven't tried that much. The main ones I've been using have been the Magistar, the Sampotes, and the Exec. And as you see right there, they get shocked pretty well. They're also getting launched and not actually getting killed, so that's kind of annoying. So yeah, once you proc the influence, it's pretty much just GG. And that's some options for you guys. Now, as far as I said, like the Magistar, I'm pretty much done using the Magistar. I think that the ribbons going down to like the crappy prices they're at right now is justified because in a mission it feels so much worse. Like compared to before, I had people in my chat, they're like, hey Gaz, if you try slams, they feel unchanged. Like, unchanged? Unchanged? If you have to jump in the air to do it again, it's definitely a change, man. So, yeah, they are definitely nerfed as they're supposed to be. But there's still ways you can make use of slim attacks, even with the frames that got nerfed the most, like Nix, Assimilate Nix with this. So, hope this video was fun helping you guys. Just a kind of like a check-in, how are slams doing after the patch? They're really, really bad for the old meta of playing, but that's what DE wanted to change, is remove the old meta. They're technically stronger if you jump high in the air, but they're really, really terrible feeling for actually opening up boxes for like a mission or whatever. You go in there, you might as well not even use a slam attack to open a box. Just use a light attack melee or anything, literally anything. Any AoE gun, Epitaph opens boxes 10 times better than slam attacks do nowadays. So hopefully DE can do something about that, but probably won't. So I'll see you guys next one. Take it easy. Sports, pre-show sport. Take it easy. Peace, guys.